Hello. Hello friends and welcome to Hitbullseye. My name is Manish Mittal and in this video and in this session we are going to do the current affairs of the first week of June 2022. This week has been quite happening just like all the weeks. There are so many things making news and we will be covering all those news that are relevant for you from the exam point of view in this particular video. So let's get started. We are going to discuss Sachin Tendulkar's continuation as UNICEF's Goodwill Ambassador. So Sachin Tendulkar has been made the UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador for 20th year. So for consistently 20th year, Sachin Tendulkar has become the Goodwill Ambassador of the UNICEF. So we will see that. Next, world's most powerful supercomputer has been made. So we will see what is the name of that supercomputer, what is the speciality of that computer, what is its calculation speed, and which country has that. Next, Mr. Bhajan Sopori, a very famous instrumentalist, has left us. So we will see which gharana he belonged to, which particular instrument did he play. Next, 2022 Scripps National Spelling Bee Championship has been held, and an Indian American has won the championship. Next, Indian Space Research Organization has a new spacecraft manufacturing facility now. So we will see where that facility is, and we will also see who has inaugurated the facility and what it holds for India's space sector. Meghalaya has won the Best Project Award at United Nations World Summit. So we will see what is so special about that project that it has won a recognition from the United Nations. Then the World Environment Day 2022 was celebrated this week on 5th of June, and it was a very special occasion. We will see why it was special. Next, the Times Higher Education Asia University Rankings 2022 have been released, and four institutions from India have found place among this prestigious list. We will see what those institutions are. Next, Mukesh Ambani has become the richest Asian according to the latest Bloomberg's index launched. Next, Rajasthan has instituted a new award in the name of Rajiv Gandhi. So, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award has been instituted by Rajasthan, and there is a controversy behind it, which we will discuss in detail. Sikkim has launched its state butterfly. So, it has named a species of butterfly as the state species of butterfly or the state butterfly of Sikkim. And finally, Shreyas Hoser has completed Man Triathlon, which is one of the most physically demanding sports in the world. So we will have a look at all these news one by one in detail. Let's get started. Sachin Tendulkar has decided to continue as UNICEF's Goodwill Ambassador for 20th year straight. That means he has been the UNICEF's Goodwill Ambassador since 2003. But He has been, promoting different things as the UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. For example, he has worked in the fields of hygiene and sanitation, and he has also taken a lead in polio prevention. So initially in 2003, when he was made the UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, he worked for around 4 to 5 years. He worked for polio prevention in India because from 2003 to 2008 was the time when polio was quite prevalent in India. So he worked in polio prevention. Thereafter, from 2008 till 2013, for those 5 years, he promoted hygiene and sanitation among communities in India. Because UNICEF is United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, yes, or United Nations International Children's Fund. So, polio prevention, hygiene and sanitation, and then in 2013, he started promoting hygiene and sanitation across South Asia, not only for India, across South Asia. In 2019, he went on a 3 day trip to Nepal to raise awareness for Bat for Brain Development campaign. It was launched by Nepal, so Nepal's Bat for Brain Development. That means to urge the children to play cricket, to play any sport, so that their mental development can improve. So that is all. And finally, now in 2022, he has been again roped in as the brand ambassador of UNICEF. The headquarters of UNICEF are in New York, which is in USA, and it was founded in 1946. Two important facts about UNICEF. And it is a specialized agency of United Nations. So all these facts are important. Next, world's most powerful supercomputer. World's most powerful supercomputer, the Frontier, has been unveiled by the United States of America. So this is according to the 59th edition of the top 500 list of the world's most powerful supercomputers, and it has been launched by Germany. So in this list, the supercomputer named Frontier from US has been named as the world's most, or you can say world's fastest supercomputer, and it has been built using HPE architecture or Hewlett Packard Enterprise architecture. So HP, the brand that we use, that is Hewlett Packard. So it has been built by Hewlett Packard and Enterprise architecture, and it has outperformed Japan's supercomputer Fugaku. So Fugaku has become the second fastest supercomputer in the world, behind the Frontier of US. And the score of this Frontier supercomputer on the landmark benchmark is 1.1 exaflop. Right? So one exaflop is equivalent to 1,000 petaflop, and it is a very, very fast speed, extremely humongously fast speed. That is what this supercomputer has achieved. Next, Bhajan Sopuri. So Mr. Bhajan Sopuri was a Santoor player, a Santoor maestro he was. Right? So Mr. Bhajan Sopuri was a Padma Shri awardee, and he played Santoor, and he has passed away at the age of 70. Okay. So some of the important facts related to Mr. Bhajan Chopra. He belonged to the Sufiana Gharana of Indian classical music, Sufiana Gharana. And he was the great grandson of Pandit Shankar Pandit. Pandit Shankar Pandit. And his style, he had developed his own style, which was known as Sufi Baj or Sufi style. And it was based on Hindustani classical music. He was also known as the saint of the Santoor, right? Very important title associated with someone. He was known as the saint of the Santoor or the king of strings. And he had won the Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 1992, one of the highest awards given by Indian government. So, Sangeet Natak Academy Award he had won in 1992, and he won the Padma Shri, which is the fourth highest civilian award after Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, and Padma Bhushan. So he had won that as well. In 2009, he was also honored with Baba Alauddin Khan Award and M.N. Mathur Award in 2011 for his contribution to the Hindustani classical music. So many awards he had won, so many feathers on his cap, and now he is no more. So all these facts are important to remember. from the example. There is a very strange phenomenon, and it's a pleasantly strange phenomenon, of course, that there is a Spell Bee Championship in USA that takes place every year. And for the last many years, it is the Indian American community that has been dominating the Spell Bee Championship. And it is pleasant because, of course, the child or the children are from Indian origin. But it is surprising because even the Native Americans cannot win those awards. The Indian Americans are winning that. And again, an Indian American named Harini Logan has won this championship. So this is the Scripps National Spelling Bee Championship. And in this, there are so many difficult words that a person has to spell correctly. So it needs a very deep and humongous knowledge of English language. So she is a 13th-year-old, eighth grader from Texas, and this championship, of course, takes place in US. And Harini Logan is the winner of this National Spelling Bee Championship. Right? So for the last many years, it is the Indian American community that has been winning this award. Next, ISRO's new spacecraft manufacturing facility has been inaugurated by none other than Dr. S. Somnath, who is the chairperson of ISRO, or Indian Space Research Organization. So uh, he has been appointed recently. Before him, Mr. K. Sivan was the chairperson of ISRO. So now Mr. S. Somnath is the chairman of ISRO, and he has inaugurated this spacecraft manufacturing unit in Karnataka. So in Karnataka Industrial Area Development Board Aerospace Park. So this is a special park, for industrial development, and the facility is named Anand Technologies Spacecraft Manufacturing Unit. And Anand Technologies is a very prominent facility, and since its establishment in 1992, it has contributed to the manufacturing of 89 satellites and 69 launch vehicles that have been launched by ISRO. So Anand Manufacturing Unit is a very important facility, and majority of space launch vehicles and satellites have been manufactured by the Anand facility. And this new facility is going to, boost further the Indian space program. Next, Meghalaya has won the Best Project Award at the United Nations World Summit. So Meghalaya has a specific, e-governance initiative that is known as Megha, MEGHA. Megha. So Megha means Meghalaya Enterprise Architect. MEGHA. Meghalaya Enterprise Architect. It's basically an e-governance initiative in which most of the services to the citizens are provided by the state government online. So many forms can be filled online, so many facilities can be availed online, and it is working in a flawless manner. And hence, it has won the coveted United Nations Award on the World Summit on Information Society Forum, WSIF. And it was given away in Geneva, in Switzerland. And the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Mr. Conrad Sangma, received this award. So you need to know who is the CM of Meghalaya, which is Mr. Conrad Sangma. Why this award has been given to the Megha project of Meghalaya. So all these facts are important. Next, the World Environment Day 2022 was recently celebrated. I told you that it is very special this time because every year we celebrate World Environment Day. And what is so special this time? It was the 50th World Environment Day. The 50th World Environment Day. That means for the first time we celebrated this day in 1973. And for those who do not know, I'll tell you that 1972 was a landmark year in the global fight against climate change. Because in 1972, the first United Nations Conference on Environment was held in Stockholm, that we call the Stockholm Conference. And in 1972 also, for the first time, United Nations World Environment Day was celebrated. And the theme that year was Only One Earth, because there is only one Earth. So the idea is to prompt the people and to make people aware that this is only one Earth that we have. There is no other Earth where we can go and live. So we need to preserve it. We need to save it from climate change. And this year too, the theme is the same, only one Earth. So, United Nations Environment Program is the nodal agency that organizes United Nations World Environment Day, and this is the 50th World Environment Day. The theme is Only One Earth, which is the same as the 1972 theme in the Stockholm Conference. These are the three core facts you need to remember. The first conference, Stockholm Conference in 1972, theme same in that year and in 2022, and the nodal agency is United Nations Environment Program, and it is celebrated on 5th of June, of course. 5th of June. We are increasingly giving a lot of attention to environment and ecology issues, which is required as well because the world is staring at climate change like no other time in recent human history. So we need to cover more such news, and they are relevant from exam point of view as well. Next, Times Higher Education Asia University Rankings 2022 have been released. The Times Higher Education is one of the most authorized and most well recognized lists of educational institution rankings. And in this, among Asia rankings, there are four institutions that have made their place in this coveted list. The top institute is Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, which is at 42nd position. That means India's top institute is the 42nd best institute in Asia. Not a very good ranking, but still, something is better than nothing. Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, is at 42nd position. Then JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research is at 65th position. Third is IIT Ropar, which is at 68th position, and then IIT Indore is at 87th position. These are the four institutions of India that have made it to the top list of Times Higher Education, and we have to be content with that because perhaps or apparently the standard of education institutions in India is not that better that it can compete with other global best institutions or even Asian best institutions. And in Asia, most of the education institutions are from Japan and from China that have taken the lead. So all these top rankings are with the Japanese and Chinese institutions. And India still has a long way to go. But there is a field in which India can boast that it is in the top in Asia, even if not in educational rankings, in terms of the rich people living in India. So India's Mukesh Ambani has topped the Asia's richest list, which is launched by the Bloomberg Billionaires Index has seen Mr. Mukesh Ambani of Reliance Industries Limited emerge as the richest person in Asia. So this is a place where we can defeat China, Japan, and all other Asian countries. So he's the chairperson of Reliance Industries Limited. He's also the chairperson of the Geo Platforms, which is a digital services company providing so many services. His net worth is $99.7 billion, approximately $100 billion, you can say, and is followed by Gautam Adani, who is on the second in the Asia's richest persons list. If we talk about the world's richest persons, the number one is Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the richest person, who is the owner of Twitter, SpaceX, and Tesla. Then at number two comes Jeff Bezos, who is the owner of Amazon, founder and owner of Amazon. At number three comes Bernard Arnault. Mr. Bernard Arnault is the owner of Louis Vuitton, the LV brand, the Louis Vuitton brand is owned by Mr. Bernard Arnault. At number four is Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, and at number five is the founder of Berkshire Hathaway, Mr. Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett. These are the five richest people in the world according to this list. But in Asia rankings, Mr. Mukesh Ambani has topped. Next, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award will be instituted by the government of Rajasthan. Now, this news might sound a bit strange because about 3 to 4 months ago, The Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award was given by, used to be given by the central government, but the government changed the name of the award, and now the award is known as Major Dhyanchand Khel Ratna Award. This is the highest sports honor of India, and its original name was Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. It was given by the central government. But the central government changed its name to Major Dhyanchand Khel Ratna Award because, according to them, it should be named after a sports personality and not after a sports player, not after a politician. But the Congress government took offense to it, and some state governments, where Congress is in power, they thought that we will name a state award in the honor of Rajiv Gandhi. So now, taking cue from that, Rajasthan, where Congress government is in power, has named its state award after Rajiv Gandhi. So till now, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award was given by central government. Now they have changed it to Major Dhyanchand Award, but now Rajasthan has instituted another award at the state level in the name of Rajiv. So do not get confused in that. Just keep these facts in. Next, so this uh, Duke has been declared as the state butterfly of Sikkim. Sikkim is a very biodiversity rich state, and this butterfly named Blue Duke has been named as the state butterfly of Sikkim. This was announced by Chief Minister P.S. Gole. Mr. P.S. Gole is the Chief Minister of Sikkim, and it was announced on the World Environment Day, which is on 5th of June. We just discussed. So, what is this specialty of Blue Duke? Why it has been chosen as the state butterfly? It has two unique colors, blue and white. The blue represents the sky, and the white represents the snow-clad mountains of Sikkim. Right? So it is befitting to Sikkim and its unique identity. So blue and white, there are two color combinations. It is also known as Basarona Durga Durga. It's the scientific name Basarona Durga Durga. It is unique to Sikkim and Eastern Himalayas. So it is unique. It is not found in any other part of the world. It is unique to the Eastern Himalayas and Sikkim, and it was first discovered in Sikkim in 1858. Approximately 150 years, 160 years back, it was discovered, and it falls in, very important this fact, it falls in Schedule 2 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and it is a highly protected species of butterfly in the United States. All these facts are important to know about the state butterfly of Sikkim. Next, Shreyas G. Hoser has completed Ironman triathlon. There are so many sporting events in the world. There are some that check your a sports person's tenacity. There are some that check the perseverance and the stamina of sports persons. So among those sports, at the top comes Ironman triathlon. Now, what is a triathlon? You must have heard about marathon. What is a triathlon? So a triathlon is like a combination of three different marathons that have to be performed one after the other, back to back. But these three marathons are not only of running. The first marathon is of swimming, the second is of cycling, and then the third is of running. So it is really difficult to complete this. So first, there is swimming of 2.4 miles, which is approximately 3.8 kilometers. Immediately after that, there is a cycling of 112 miles, which is approximately 180 kilometers. And then, right after that, there is a marathon, full marathon of 26.2 miles, which is approximately 42 kilometers. So all these three events have to be done back to back: swimming, cycling, and then running. And Mr. Shreyas Osar has become the first officer from the Indian Railways to complete this Ironman triathlon. It is considered to be the toughest single-day sports event in the world. Can you imagine all these three events have to be done back to back in a single day? And he has become the first person from India to complete this. So he completed it in 13 hours and 26 minutes. And the event happened, took place in January. So he is basically an IRAS officer, Indian Railway Account Service officer, and he has become the first Indian from, first officer of the Indian Railways to complete this trial. have been a couple of people from India who have completed this. I'm not really sure, how many Indians have completed this, but there are some models and there are some fitness enthusiasts who have completed this, and it is one of the most grueling physical challenges to complete. So Shreyas G. Hoser has completed this. That is all that we have to discuss for this week. News ranging from sports to politics, from international relations to art and culture. These were the most important happenings in the first week of June 2025. If you liked this session, please share it with your friends so that they can also benefit from it. Thank you so much. This is me, Manish Mittal, signing off.